Here's my, you see my screen? I believe so. Now, my speech now, the educational session now is about the speech purpose. Why we doing the speech? You know, you must be, some of you ever listen to a speech or presentation and wonder, where are they going with this? What's the point of the speech? So then they ask, because the speaker here, instead of going to the point to inform you about, say, about pathways. Hang on a minute, I need to switch a little bit. Let me start it off. Okay, let me reshare my screen. Right, you see my screen? Now, okay, instead of they are talking, say, like on a pathways, he said about his journey in Toastmasters. So it is something that's completely different. So let's have a look on 2 key points to ask as you plan your presentation. This is the one. First question is, what do I want my listener to think and do differently when I'm done? Or do you want them to change the position on an issue, or do you want them to get excited about your cause? Or do you want them to take some sort of action? You need to be specific here. And then the second one, what is the purpose of my presentation? So, given the answer to the first question, if you go back to the first question, what does that mean I have to do in my speech? Right? The audience would understand your speech better if you had first decided on the general purpose and the specific purpose of your speech. So there are 2 things, the general purpose and the specific purpose. Understanding the general and specific purpose here will help you develop and focus your speech to meet the needs of your delivery and of your audience. For many presentations, the purpose is first to inform. It is not, however, just to inform, but to inform the listeners of specific information. There are things that you want to share to the audience. The purpose of the informative communication is to increase the receiver's knowledge and understanding of a subject. These informative speeches may also be entertaining, or you can make them change their belief. Next one is to entertain. To entertain is another important purpose. Anything that stimulates a pleasurable response, whether it's humorous or dramatic. An entertaining speech may contain a lot of jokes or maybe nothing at all. Maybe what you need to do is to make the audience just smile. Usually be done like after dinner speech, or maybe part of other purpose, such as when you deliver a speech for a thank you speech or something like an honor to someone, something like that. And then the other one is to persuade. This persuades is to induce the audience to think, feel, or act in a manner selected by the speaker. You may want your listener to discard the old beliefs or form a new one. Something like, for example, to persuade Eddie to love Manchester United. So he changed his belief. Okay, I move my love to Manchester United, something like that. Probably Jonathan can do that. And then also the last one is an inspirational speech that is written to convince and uplift the audience. Emotional experience that leave the audience feeling inspired. That this might involve relating optimistic and uplifting stories or anecdotes or real life situations that taken from the lives or ordinary people or famous people, because usually that's like a story taken from that inspirational speech. Question is, can you have more than one purpose in a speech? Absolutely yes. For example, finalizing a presentation of basic speaking skills when you Toastmasters member, and then here I make an information or educate the attendees of the effective presentation, and then inspire the attendees to become a better speaker, and then to also make the presentation also entertaining. So there are three purposes that I can cover at the same time, right? So in short, the general purpose lays on a broader goal of the speech, while here the specific purpose describes precisely what the speech is intended to do. If we move on to the specific purpose here, basically the specific purpose answers the who, what, when, where, and why question for your speech. Now, first is who. Who is going to be in your audience? Different audience have different desires and backgrounds and also the needs. Keeping your audience first and foremost in your thought when choosing a specific purpose will increase the likelihood that your audience will find your speech meaningful. If you project that to the wrong audience, then you'll fail no matter how good is your speech. Second is what question, or the basic description of your topic. Next one is when. You need to consider when your speeches will be given. Different speeches may be better for different time. For example, you explain about the importance of eating breakfast, healthy food, but you deliver that. That will be great for 9 a.m. speech. But if you deliver that late at night, then who will going to be interested and listen to that? And the fourth one is where your speech will be delivered. You're giving a speech in front of a classroom or an executive meeting. Depending on the location of your speech, different topic may or may not be appropriate. Something like if you want to deliver a speech about a business proposal, but you deliver that outdoors under the trees, so that won't be appropriate. Then the last question that you need to answer is why. Why does your audience need to hear your speech? If your audience doesn't care about your speech specific purpose, they are less likely to attend to your speech. What does it for me? Something like that. Once you've determined the who, what, when, where, and why aspect on your speech or of your topic, now you need to start creating your actual specific purpose. So the example that I can share with you is, for example, to inform. The general purpose is to inform. The audience is Toastmasters members, and the topic is about speech purpose. This is the one that I share with you. And then if the general purpose is to persuade, So the audience is my peers in Toastmasters. And what's the topic? The topic is, for example, to food area for area director. If the general purpose is to first entertain, the audience is the guest attending uh, Amel's birthday party. So the topic is telling a humorous story. So it's a kind of a fun one. Now, if you remember the quotes coming from David Brooks, the 1990 world champion of public speaking, he said, "Don't just tell us, take us." So make your audience go into your speech, inside part of the speech. The audience must know where you are going with your speech. Otherwise, they will get lost and lose interest. So that's my short educational session. Good night and back to you, Tom.